turning 50 isn't the same thing anymore. For many modern women, it's not a sign of slowing down, it's a powerful moment of clarity. A turning point in thinking. A time to prioritize what's truly important and let go of what no longer serves you. And yes, that includes your hair. We don't talk about it often, but our hair has a huge emotional tie to us. Think about it, how many times have you kept the same hairstyle for years, even decades? Not because it still suits you, but simply because it once did. It's become a part of who you are. The layered hairstyle that made you feel confident in your 30s? The long, soft hair that got you compliments in your 20s? Or the traditional ponytail that you still choose because it's convenient, easy, familiar? But here's the truth, familiarity can secretly become the thing that's holding you back. These hairstyles not only make you look older, they also dull your natural vitality. They pull your face down, hide your cheekbones, hide your eyes, and create a rigid frame that makes you look tired. Worse, they can make you look like you're trying to hold on to your youth, and inadvertently make it more obvious to others. 1. The black hair trap, when strength turns into stiffness. There's something very appealing about jet black hair. It's strong, dramatic, and attention-grabbing. For years, maybe decades, it's been your signature. That sleek black hair makes you feel confident, mysterious, and powerful. And when someone compliments you, you feel like you really stand out. But the question is, does that hair color still reflect who you are today? The answer may surprise you. Blackheart. Why do many women choose black after 50? It's no coincidence that so many women choose to dye their hair black after 50. When the first gray hairs appear, the natural reflex is to hide them as quickly as possible. And black seems like the easiest option. It covers everything, looks uniform, and feels safe and familiar. What's more, black hair is powerful. We associate black hair with calm, elegance, control, and timeless beauty. When everything else in our lives changes, our skin, our bodies, our energy, black hair gives us the illusion of being in control. But sometimes, the very thing that once gave us power starts to take away our radiance. Warning: the hidden problem of black hair after 50. Black hair at 30? Attractive. Black hair at 50? Not necessarily. The dark frame that frames your face, the thing that once made your eyes pop, now draws attention to the things you don't want to see. Fine lines. Under-eye circles. Uneven skin tone. Cheekbones that start to sag. Why? Because as skin softens with age, strong contrasts become traitors. Instead of creating clear lines, black highlights the lines, hardens the face, and reduces the natural light. This is especially obvious in sunlight. And it doesn't stop there. Jet black also sucks all the light out of your hair, making it look dull, dry, and lacking depth. Even healthy hair can look dry and brittle, and that makes you look even older. Anger symbol: the nightmare called hair root growth. There's something that few people talk about, the hassle of maintaining black. The first day after dyeing? Hair looks shiny and even. But what about 2 to 3 weeks later? When the roots start to grow in, especially if it's silver, white, or gray, the contrast will betray you immediately. Just 1 centimeter of silver roots is enough for others to see clearly from a distance. And suddenly, easy to care for hair color turns into a race to reach the threshold of continuous root touch-ups. You're stuck. Either you dye your hair 2 to 3 times a week, or you live with a lack of confidence. And just skip a touch-up, and the black-silver line is as clear as a line. Everything is shaky. DNA: your skin is changing, your hair color should change too. After the age of 50, your skin undergoes many changes. Skin color becomes paler, more transparent, and capillaries are more visible. Blood circulation slows down, causing the skin to lose its pink color. More wrinkles and folds appear. Pure black doesn't help adapt to those changes, it makes everything worse. It doesn't support your current skin tone, but creates a rigid black frame around your face, emphasizing dark eyes, sunken cheeks, wrinkles, all the things you want to soften. The result? Your hair doesn't brighten you up, but makes you feel swallowed by your own appearance. Sun behind small cloud. The big question: are you choosing black, or are you being held back? Let's pause. This isn't a slam on black hair. Black hair can be incredibly sexy, at any age. But if you've been dyeing it black for 10 years, 20 years, or more, perhaps you should ask yourself, am I still choosing this color because it makes me glow? Or am I just used to it? Many times, we hold on to black hair because we think change is dangerous. Because we don't want to be judged as old or giving up. But changing from black isn't giving up, it's choosing the right person for who you are now. White heavy checkmark: gentle but smart solutions, chocolate brown, warm tones, and subtle highlights. So what's the solution? You don't have to bleach. You don't have to go silver right away, unless you really want to. There's a middle ground: soft, subtle, and still deep. Glide into chocolate, chestnut, or espresso. Add a few caramel or copper highlights around the face. Create a 3D effect by adding soft lowlights. Use semi-permanent gloss for a glossy, deep look. The result? Hair that moves with the light, reflecting your skin tone, making you look radiant, soft, and fresh, rather than hard and old. Counterclockwise arrows button step by step. The color transition doesn't have to be abrupt. If giving up black makes you nervous, start slowly. Start with light, thin highlights. Let your stylist blend your base color gradually to ease into it. Incorporate browns and blacks for a gradual transition. Many women say that the process isn't just about changing their hair color, it's about changing the way they see themselves. Because for the first time in years, they are no longer hiding behind their hair color, but choosing the right hair color that truly supports them. Real sharing, from those who dare to step out. I've been black for 25 years. It's like mental armor. But when I switched to mocha brown with highlights, everyone told me I looked younger, fresher, more approachable. I just wish I'd done it sooner. Tracy, 57. I didn't want to give up black, it was a part of me. But when I switched to multidimensional brown, I felt softer. More gentle. And for the first time, I felt seen for who I was. Marisol, 62. Orange heart. What should your hair color be? After 50, your hair color should emphasize the maturity and warmth you already have. Work with your skin tone and facial features. Don't make you struggle to maintain your look. Make you feel radiant, comfortable, and alive. It's not about playing it safe. It's about playing it smart. Choose a hair color that complements you, not takes you away. 2. The over-volumized trap, when big hair stops being beautiful. Let's be honest. There was a time when big hair was everything. It made us feel bold. Put together. Glamorous. That sky-high crown? That teased back section? The spritz to perfection hold? It felt like a symbol of strength, an invisible power lift. For years, we were told, the bigger the hair, the better. But somewhere along the way, that volume started working against us. Especially after 50, when our hair, and faces, change in subtle but significant ways, that same big hairstyle that once made us feel invincible now makes us look stuck. Let's talk about it. Collision: the evolution of hair and why it matters now. As we age, everything about our hair shifts. It gets finer. It gets drier. It loses its natural elasticity and bounce. And when we try to fight that by teasing, spraying, backcombing, and freezing every strand into submission, we're not enhancing anything. We're exposing the struggle. Instead of soft, graceful volume, we get stiff shapes. Unnatural silhouettes. A helmet of hair that's more about holding the past than embracing the present. And the worst part? It can make your beautiful face disappear. Eyes: how big hair can age you, quietly and quickly. Here's the reality of over-volumized hair. It emphasizes a narrow top, making your face look wider or more round. It draws attention upward, creating imbalance with softened features. It can look dated, like you're holding on to the 80s or early 90s. It creates a disconnect if the rest of your style is modern or minimalist. It removes movement, the very thing that makes hair look alive. Hair that doesn't move makes your whole look feel static. And when it sits like a shell on your head, it doesn't elevate, it isolates. You might be wearing stylish clothes, glowing makeup, and a confident smile. But if your hair is still stuck in 1985, that's all anyone sees. Speech balloon: why we cling to volume. Volume is power, right? It feels like control. Like polish. Like effort. For years, we've believed that a full crown equals femininity, presence, and elegance. But after 50, what we really need isn't height, it's soft lift, movement, and fluidity. Volume shouldn't be about building a structure, it should be about adding lightness. And here's the truth: real beauty at this stage of life is rooted in authenticity, not illusion. Prohibited: the cost of high-maintenance hair. Over-volumized hair often requires round brushes, hot rollers, teasing combs, hairspray, mousse, gel, and serums. 30 to 45 minutes every morning. And a whole lot of arm strength. And the payoff? Temporary. By noon, the back is flat. The sides are stiff. The crown is crooked. You're touching it up in the mirror, feeling annoyed and tired. Worse, all that teasing and heat styling? It's damaging fragile strands, leading to breakage, thinning, and even less volume in the long run. So you work harder and harder to get the same effect, and end up with hair that's more tired than you are. White heavy checkmark: the better way, soft, modern volume. Here's the shift. Instead of pumping up your hair, think about lifting your features. Instead of creating height, focus on creating shape. Try these. Soft layers that fall naturally around your face. Root lifting sprays instead of teasing combs. Gentle blowouts that give bounce, not buildup. Textured cuts that allow for airiness and motion. The goal is natural movement, not maximum height. When your hair flows, sways, responds to your presence, it tells the world you're vibrant, alive, and confident. Not trying. Just being. Real women, real change. I used to tease my roots every single morning. My vanity was covered in hairspray cans. But one day I looked in the mirror and realized, my hair looked like it belonged to someone else. That's when I cut it into a soft bob with layers. I cried the first time I saw it. Because I finally saw me again. Linda, 64. I thought big hair made me look younger. But it made me look older and tired. Once I stopped teasing and went for a more natural texture, people kept asking if I'd been on vacation. I hadn't, I just changed my hair. Joan, 58. Brain why softness equals strength after 50. We don't need to impress anymore. We don't need to overcompensate. We've already proven ourselves. At this stage, strength doesn't look like a shellacked updo. It looks like laugh lines that tell a story, eyes that sparkle from wisdom, and hair that moves freely, just like we do. When you soften your style, you don't lose power, you gain presence. You create a look that says, I know who I am. And I don't need to force it. Sparkles. Your hair should reflect who you are now. If your hair feels like a battle, maybe it's not your hair. Maybe it's the style. The best hair at 50 plus isn't the tallest. It's the most honest. The most flattering. The most fluid. So ask yourself, does my hair match the way I feel inside? Is it working with me or against me? Am I holding on to it, or is it holding on to me? You don't need big hair to make a big impression. You just need hair that reflects the beauty you already have. 3. The shapeless long hair, when your hair quietly dims your spark. Throughout our youth, long hair symbolizes femininity, grace, and allure. Long hair that flowed in the wind. Long hair that captured moments of romance and elegance. For many of us, it became part of our identity. But after 50, as our bodies change, our skin softens, and our facial structure evolves, long hair, especially when unshaped and unstyled, can quietly begin to drain the life from our look. This chapter is for anyone holding on to long hair simply because it's what you've always done. Fog why long hair doesn't work like it used to. Straight, heavy, unlayered long hair, especially without shape or movement, can drag the face down, exaggerating a tired or drooping look. Hide key features like cheekbones or jawline, which need lifting at this age. Expose signs of aging in the neck, where skin begins to loosen. And when hair naturally thins with age, long lengths can look straggly, lifeless, or like you're trying too hard to look youthful. Even worse, long, limp hair absorbs light rather than reflecting it, making you look dull, weighed down, and washed out. Thought balloon. The emotional reasons we hold on. Most women don't keep long hair for style reasons, they keep it for emotional ones. Long hair is part of who I am. If I cut it, I'll look like someone's grandma. I wouldn't know what short style would even suit me. But the truth is, you may be holding on not because it suits you, but because you're afraid of change. And that fear might be stealing your brightness every single day. What do others see when they look at you? There's nothing more frustrating than feeling like yourself, but realizing others no longer see you. That's the quiet impact of a hairstyle that no longer works with your energy or features. Long hair hides your face. Your eyes no longer grab attention. Heavy lengths block light. Your skin appears duller. Straight, motionless strands make your entire presence feel static. In short, your hair may be aging you without you even noticing. White heavy checkmark. The solution: thoughtful shaping, to frame, brighten, and energize. You don't have to chop it all off. Instead, try a shoulder-length lob, modern, fresh, and versatile. Add face framing layers that bring softness and motion. Introduce curtain bangs to lift your gaze and open up your features. A well-shaped cut can slim the jawline, elevate the cheekbones. Naturally conceal the neck without overwhelming the face. Add freshness and structure, while keeping a gentle, elegant vibe. It's not about going short. It's about going intentional. Glowing star change can be gentle, and still transformative. Start slow. Trim the ends a few inches at a time. Add light layering before committing to anything drastic. Try soft waves or subtle highlights to add depth and movement. The most important thing? You're not obligated to keep a hairstyle just because it worked for you at 25. You get to choose something that works for you now. In the end, beauty isn't measured in inches. You're not beautiful because of the length of your hair. You're beautiful when your hair supports who you are. If your current hair hides your features, takes too much effort for little reward, feels like a habit instead of a choice, then maybe it's time to let it go. 4. Flat hair color, when a lack of dimension quietly ages you. If your haircut is the frame for your face, then your hair color is the light that brings it to life. Many women over 50 pay careful attention to length, shape, and styling, but often overlook one crucial detail: hair color. More specifically, color that's too flat, too dark, or too uniform. In this chapter, we'll explore a common but rarely discussed mistake that can make you look older than you feel: monotone hair color. And how the right shifts in tone, depth, and dimension can bring you back to life, beautifully. Flashlight: when hair color stops reflecting the light. You could have a perfectly shaped cut, the right length, a beautiful texture. But if your color is too flat, too heavy, or just one solid shade, it could be draining your entire look. Especially after 50, your skin changes. It loses some natural glow and warmth. It becomes more translucent or uneven in tone. It softens in contrast. So if your hair color is dark and flat, without any light play or contrast, it will emphasize skin discoloration. Draw attention to under-eye circles or shadowy areas. Make your whole face look dull, tired, or weighed down. Blackheart: the hidden risk of single-tone hair. A common example? Solid dark brown or jet black with no dimension. At first glance, it seems safe, secure, polished, easy. But in reality, it doesn't reflect light, so your hair can look dense and lifeless. It lacks highlights, so your face appears flat. It shows root regrowth sharply, especially if you're graying. Even worse, natural daylight won't interact with the color, so instead of enhancing your features, your hair casts a visual shadow over your entire look. Light bulb: the fix: multidimensional color. Let your hair catch the light. Instead of picking one safe tone, try adding dimension. Face framing highlights to brighten your complexion and draw focus to your eyes. Soft ombre transitions for a natural gradient from roots to ends. Low lights to deepen the layers underneath and create contrast. A semi-permanent gloss to add shine and softness without harsh chemicals. A good hair color is not one that just looks nice on a swatch. It's one that moves with you, responds to light, motion, and energy. It breathes. It plays. It glows. Sparkles: hair color should reflect how you feel. Ask yourself, when I look at my hair, does it reflect light, or absorb it? Does it lift my face, or weigh it down? Is there any sparkle, contrast, or depth? If the answer is no, then it may be time for a change. You don't need to go bold. You don't need a trendy Gen Z color. You just need to shift from flat to flowing. Direct hit: in summary, hair needs color, but color needs depth. Don't stick with a hair color just because it's what you've always done. Don't cling to a shade because it used to work. Instead, ask, is this color still working for me, or is it fading me out? Timeless texture: how soft layers and natural movement can take 10 years off your look. You've refined your wardrobe, updated your skincare, maybe even changed your hair color. But there's still one element that has the power to completely transform your look: texture. Not curls. Not waves. Not dramatic styling. We're talking about a soft, lived-in texture that enhances what you already have. In this chapter, we're diving into why modern, effortless texture is one of the most underrated secrets to looking younger, fresher, and more radiant over 50, and how soft layers can become your best beauty investment yet. Face: why texture matters more than ever. As we age, hair changes. It becomes finer. It may lose body and bounce. It can start to fall limp, even with product. And while many women try to fix this with volume, what actually works better is movement. Movement gives the illusion of fullness. Texture catches the light. Softness brings your face back into balance. In short, texture doesn't age you, it revives you. Crossmark: what happens when hair lacks texture. Flat, uniform hair, especially if it's straight and long, can pull your face downward. Hide your cheekbones. Expose the signs of thinning. Make your features look heavy or tired. It also fights your natural beauty. Rather than supporting the softness that comes with age, it creates sharp lines or a flat aesthetic that makes everything feel dull. White heavy: checkmark the power of soft layers. Soft layers are subtle, strategic, and timeless. They aren't the choppy, chaotic layers from early 2000s styles. These are blended, airy layers that add shape without effort. Lift the jawline and cheekbones. Make your hair look fuller, without teasing or heavy styling. Give dimension, lightness, and that elusive movement everyone wants. The best part? Soft layers grow out beautifully, meaning fewer salon visits and less maintenance over time. Natural movement: high maintenance styles. You don't need rollers, curlers, or blowouts every morning. Just a good haircut that allows your natural wave, or a soft bend from a flat iron, to do the work. Soft layers work on straight hair, wavy hair, lightly curly textures, and even fine or thinning hair. Add a touch of styling cream or a lightweight texturizing spray, and you're done. Your hair moves with you, not against you. Speech balloon: real women, real changes. I used to wear my hair completely straight, no layers, no shape. I thought it was clean. But I just looked flat. Once I added soft layering, I looked lighter, not just my hair, but my whole face. It was like taking a deep breath. Vanessa, 55. I didn't want a haircut that needed curling irons every day. But my stylist gave me this cut with soft layers and curtain bangs. I just air dry and fluff. Everyone thinks I've had a facelift, I haven't. It's just texture. Helen, 61. Texture is youth without trying. Here's what soft texture says. I'm confident. I'm effortless. I know who I am. There's a lightness in how it frames the face. A vibrancy in how it moves. A grace that comes only from embracing change, not fighting it. Soft layers won't make you look 20 again. But they'll align how you feel inside with what the world sees outside. And often, that's more powerful than any anti-aging treatment. Scissors, want to try it? Ask your stylist for long, blended layers that frame the face without harsh edges. Light layering through the ends to create airiness. A shape that moves, even when you don't style it. Optional curtain bangs for added lift and softness. Pair with a warm toned or softly dimensional color. Shine enhancing gloss. Texture spray for those days you want extra bounce. This is hair that lives with you. Not hair that demands attention, effort, or apology. Direct hit final thought, let your hair match your energy. You've earned your confidence. You've grown into your identity. Let your hair catch up. When your cut and color reflect the grace, wisdom, and joy you carry, you don't need to work hard to look radiant. Direct hit summary of the entire series, beautiful hair after 50, gentle but radiant. After 50, you don't have to try to look younger. You just need to choose a hairstyle that suits your current self, intelligent, profound, full of charisma. Crossmark 4 common mistakes that make women look old after 50. Keeping long, unstyled hairstyles makes the face look pale and unfocused. Dyeing hair jet black or too dark creates strong contrast, revealing wrinkles. Hair that is stiff and overly tousled looks stiff, outdated, and old. Monochromatic hair color, no depth, makes the face dark and lifeless. White heavy checkmark simple, effective, modern solutions. Scissors soft bob/textured lob, lifts the face easy to care for, youthful without forcing. Artist palette light highlight/subtle low light, creates depth, catches natural light. Woman getting haircut soft layer, hugs the face/curtain bangs, creates light movement, brightens the face. Glowing star warm neutral hair color, caramel, ash brown, mocha, in harmony with your current skin tone. Lotion bottle, choose a hairstyle that lives with you, not against you. Red heart final message. You don't need long hair to be sexy. You don't need dark hair to be strong. You don't need fluffy hair to stand out. You just need hair that listens to you, and lifts you up at the right time. Speech balloon comment number 1 if you're looking to change your hairstyle. Envelope with arrow, send this video to a woman you love, they'll thank you for it. Bell, subscribe to the channel to continue our journey of being young, beautiful, and smart after 50 with us.